Good evening. It's Sunday evening. It's about, I don't know, 6 o'clock maybe. And it's back to work tomorrow. Hurrah. It's only 2 days. It's nothing. But the weather has been awful the past few days. It really has. Very, very grey, very foggy, misty. It's just hanging over the UK. I think in certain areas it's starting to clear, but it's just miserable, really, really miserable. This is the time of year when winter can be really unpleasant. Doesn't really inspire you to go outside. You get very damp very quickly. The house feels unpleasantly cool, you know. It's just yuck, yuck. And the forecast is not very good. I think Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are going to be fairly mild, and I think there's going to be some clearing of the mist and fog. But then from, I think, Wednesday evening, Thursday, it's going to be cold, very cold, and windy. Great. Marvellous. I just want cool and bright. That's what I want now. That's what I'm ordering. That's what I'm manifesting. We'll see. They are saying that there is a slight risk of snow at some point, but I don't think we'll get it down here. Would be nice. Would be nice to have a winter wonderland for once. So, what have I been up to today? Not an awful lot. Having a real sort of day of rest, but feeling cool, you know? And sometimes feeling uncomfortably cool, especially when my feet get cold. Even though they're wrapped in thermal socks and slippers, they still get cold, and they still, I don't know, it seems as though my slippers trap the cold in. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I've done a little bit of composing. I've done a little bit of reviewing past things that I've written music-wise. So I've done a bit of that, which has been good. I only ever really do that when I have time to do it, when I can legitimately spend time being creative, which I have. Put some clothes away, put all the clean towels away, put clean bedding away, sorted out clothes for work. So just a few things, just some light household chores. That's it really. Paul's cooking some dinner. He's made a sort of bean stew, which I think we're having with veggies and some mashed potato. So I'm looking forward to that. Yum. Yeah, and the usual sort of chill out for the evening is in order. It's weird when I'm relaxing and doing very little, it doesn't feel right, because I'm usually doing something physical around the house, whether that's vacuuming or dusting, whatever. I'm moving around the house, putting things away, doing things, tidying things, cleaning things. When I'm not doing that, it feels strange. I don't feel guilty, I just feel as though I've not moved as much as I should. And of course, we've not been out for any walks. Paul has been down to the plot, but I've actually not been out of the house for days. Since Tuesday, and it's now Sunday. But I have been active within the house, so it's not too bad. I mean, I go up 2 flights of stairs several times a day, so I'm not completely sedentary, thank goodness. Anything else to report? I don't think so. I'm slowing down on the chocolate intake. And the way I'm viewing it is I've got chocolate in stock because I've got 3 boxes of Lindor now. I've got 2 small boxes and a large box. So I have to keep them in stock. And we've got a pack of festive biscuits as well. So there's plenty of sweet treats. I just need to pace myself with them rather than sort of panicking and thinking they've all got to be eaten next week. Otherwise they'll go off. Yeah, stop thinking like that. That's my addictive side talking. Do it now. Eat them all now. You know you want to. I have to curb those behaviours because they're not very good. I've always been like that when it's come to chocolate and sweets. Always been the same. Just can't quite control myself. Yeah. That's it for today. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. It's Tuesday morning. Just came up to the top of the house to see if there was any sign of a sunrise. A little bit of a pink glow in the sky. See the planes coming in from to Heathrow, not from Heathrow, Richard. I'm half asleep. Paul's just left. He's gone down to Vanessa's. It's New Year's Eve as well today. I'm at work. So, to get my act together shortly and have some breakfast and a second cup of tea. I just thought I'd come up to look at the sky because it's the first semi-clear morning that we've had in a while. We've been plagued with that awful mist and fog, which is really just, really gets you down after a while. Let's look outside the front. Must have been a fairly cold night because there's condensation on the outside of the window. That's not inside, as you can see. A little bit of a pink glow. Let's open this window. Yeah. It's feeling chilly though. Let me shut the window. Yeah, so it's lovely to see a bit of sky. Yeah. So, rewind. Yesterday, Monday, I didn't vlog. I was at work. It was fairly quiet. Yeah. As you know, I'd rather have it busy than quiet. I really would. I mean, all I can say is thank goodness for smartphones when you're at work and it's quiet, and rather than twiddling your thumbs, at least you can have a little look at social media and watch a video or something, you know. So they are useful things. But yes, it was quiet at work. And then yesterday evening we went over to our neighbour, the same neighbour that came over for Christmas Day, because she had another of her sisters over from Canada. So we were there with the 3 of them, and that was lovely. We had drinks and nibbles. So I treated myself to half a glass of red wine. And yeah, that was very pleasant. We came back home about 8 o'clock. They're going to come to us again on Sunday for lunch on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. We know each other really well, and we don't very often get to see the sister from Canada. So it's a treat, you know. And we all rub along really well. We enjoy a giggle. So that's it. So yeah, today is work. And then, of course, tomorrow is New Year's Day, so it's a day off. So the week is again cut short, which is fine by me. Yeah. And for Sunday lunch, I'm thinking of doing a moussaka. I just need to get some aubergines. And yeah, if you've never seen me make a moussaka, it's here. So I'll say goodbye for now. I maybe will catch you later to tell you how the day went, how a quiet New Year's Eve was at work. Okay, bye for now. Good evening. It's Tuesday evening. It's New Year's Eve. It's about 7:10. We've just eaten. So rewind. Let's reflect upon the day. It was bloody quiet. It was absolutely deathly quiet at work. Had the sum total of about 3 calls. I did a little bit of work. But yeah, I can't stand work when it's like that. Just watching the clock. Thank goodness for smartphones. Thank goodness for being able to watch videos. I watched a really interesting video on medieval times, and it was something about where people would stay when they were on a journey. So it's talking about how long it would take to walk, the kind of roadways and pathways that people had to deal with, and then the inns and also monasteries and churches and places that would offer something for the evening, be it a small meal, shelter, and if you could afford it, you would stay in an inn. But it was really interesting. So I've watched things like that and occupied my time. Obviously did jobs that needed to be done at work. But yeah, deathly quiet. I was so glad to finish. Got home. Paul arrived home around 6:15. I cooked a simple dinner. Again, we had bobble and squeak with leftover veggies, some veggie burgers and some baked beans. So that was delicious. And we're going to settle down to watch some TV now and go to bed at our usual time. We don't have any of this staying up malarkey till midnight. We'll probably be woken up or roused from our sleep by fireworks at midnight. But that's the usual course of action. Somebody at work was saying, oh, I can't believe you do that, blah, blah, blah. Again, I get the same kind of reaction when I say I don't stay up till midnight and get completely trashed on alcohol or God knows what. People are sort of surprised that you don't do what everybody else does. And I said to this person, I said, well, I've been there, I've done it. I've been to parties on New Year's Eve. I've been to clubs on New Year's Eve. I've done the whole stay up all night job, So yeah, been there, done that. And actually, if I do that, I lose a day, I lose virtually a whole day, New Year's Day. There's plenty of things to get on with, There's chores to do. Yeah. I don't care what I do on New Year's Day. It's the same day as any other day as far as I'm concerned. So call me boring, but that's the life that we lead and that's what we've chosen, and we're quite happy with that. We don't suffer with FOMO, fear of missing out. We don't get that. So So yeah, that's it really. Um, yeah, I hope whatever you're doing is peaceful and enjoyable. Whatever you choose to do, bring it on, do it and enjoy it, but stay safe. So yeah, that's it for this evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. I'm at the top of the house. It's New Year's Day, and I was hoping there'd be a nice sunrise, but there's just a little bit of pink in the sky. But as you can see, we've got high winds. We've got a wind warning in place in the UK, but it was forecast for the whole day, but they've reduced the warning now. So this wind is meant to be dying down by 10, 11 o'clock this morning. So yeah, that's it, really. I don't think we're going to get any more of a sunrise now. It's very cloudy. It's not feeling too bad temperature-wise. But yeah, there we go. Yes, it's New Year's Day. Happy New Year. Very happy New Year to all of you. It's funny, isn't it, wishing people a happy New Year? It's as though we're wishing for happiness all of the time. And yeah, I think that's unrealistic, really, because we know that somebody in our circle will go through difficult times. And we also know that there are plenty of, regions of the world that are experiencing extremely unhappy times, and that's unlikely to change unless some miracle occurs, i.e., governments get their act together and realise that conflict and war is completely and utterly pointless. And that's not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think. So, I find all this enforced happiness. Be happy now. Be happy. It's the new year. Be happy. I find it all a little bit odd. Yes, it would be absolutely wonderful if we were spending our lives in a happy haze, I guess. And, there sort of have been, I think, optimistic periods of time that I've lived through where one thinks, oh, maybe this is a turning point. For example, when the Berlin Wall came down, the whole Russia thing and glasnost and all of that, whatever it was called, where relationships between countries were a lot better. But then you've got the Middle East. And that's just, yeah, I don't think there will ever be peace in the Middle East. I find it all very odd. Anyway, so yeah, there have been periods of time where you sort of, you're hopeful for the future, but then of course stuff happens and you think, well, bye. This is me waving goodbye to hope. Do you know what I mean? Human beings, time and time again, prove themselves to not be able to continue these things very often, these, agreements and political agreements that, are sought and adhered to for a length of time, and then it's all kind of ruined by somebody who doesn't agree with it and decides to do something completely random, like blow something up, Pardon me, a little bit congested this morning. I had a sneezing fit earlier. So, yeah, forgive me for thinking that those kind of greetings are shallow because it's very common for everybody to say Happy New Year. Indeed, I say it to people. I'm not preaching. I'm not, expecting everybody to do what I do. Certainly not. But I think it's just interesting when you really think about it. Anyway, let's move on. So yeah, as you saw, very windy, but expected to die down in the next couple of hours, which is good. Nobody likes wind. I mean, I like a breezy day, but when it's windy and there's risk of damage, it sets me on edge slightly. But yeah, a breezy day, bring it on, lovely. So today we've just had breakfast. We had the remainder of the Christmas fruit loaf that Paul made with a sort of swirl of fruit. We had that toasted, which was divine, with a nice spread of flora, not butter, as we use Flora Proactive to keep our cholesterol in check. Yeah, today is whatever we want to do. It's a real free day, So I think I'm probably going to put the computer on and do a little bit more composing because it's ideal. It's an ideal day for that. There's no obligations today at all. Tomorrow is meant to be breezy but bright and very cool. In fact, it's going to feel very cold. I think one of the days we're feeling like -6 at some point. So that's really going to feel chilly. But we are hoping to get out and go for a walk somewhere. So obviously I'll take you along. Yeah, so nothing else to report. Woke up early this morning as usual, around 5, half 5, which was fine. There were people in the street. There were children and their parent being very noisy. Not sure why at that time. Maybe they were coming back from staying over somewhere. Maybe they'd had a sleepover. But it was very early. They were being picked up, if that was the case. So yeah, that's it. I think I'm going to have a coffee and I'm going to go upstairs and start putting this vlog together so it's kind of, most of it is done by the time Friday morning comes, which is when I normally edit this and put it together. Oh yeah, anything else to report? I don't think so. No, that's it. So whatever you're doing today, I hope you enjoy it. And I hope it's peaceful. That's what I wish for people. I wish peace for people. Anywhere. The thought of the thought of being in a war-torn country is terrifying, isn't it? A place where there's conflict is terrifying. I'm saying goodbye before I open another discussion about world peace. I'll see you later. Good afternoon. It is Thursday afternoon. I'm getting to that stage where I'm losing track of what the days are. All this sort of feeling of leisure time that I'm experiencing at the moment. Because it's so sort of quiet, and I guess it's just like the normal week, but I think because everything's sort of up to date, everywhere's pretty tidy, relatively clean. I did a wash this morning, but it sort of still feels like holiday, and I'm treating it as such. So this afternoon I've been doing a little bit of music. It's not going very well, to be honest. I'm sort of treating this as sort of getting back on the horse. And it takes a little bit of practice to get back into the mindset of putting tunes together. But I'm doing it, and I can't say I'm really enjoying it, because it is, I don't know, you've got to apply some thought. It doesn't just happen, you know, you've got to think about what you're doing. So yeah, anyway, enough about that. There's really nothing to sort of report on that front, other than I'm doing it and I'm practicing. That's it. Other than that, nothing's been really happening. Tomorrow we'll be recording Sunday Chat. Saturday I'll be doing some housework and some cooking, because we've got our friends coming over on Sunday for a moussaka. That's it. I think we'll probably try and get out tomorrow at some point. As you can see from the pictures I took at the start of today's vlog, it's pretty clear and it's feeling very cool. I think I mentioned they have put out a snow warning, but that has been adjusted and reduced. So I can't see us having much snow, maybe a little snow shower at some point, but I really can't see us having much. Not at this time of the year. I mean, we've still got quite a way to go for winter. You know, January, February and March can be very wintry. Mind you, so can April, May and June when it comes to that. So yeah, it is clear and cool. So I think we will probably get a frost tonight. We didn't have one last night. The windows were a bit steamed up. I left them all open a tiny crack just to try and reduce the condensation. It only happens, and I think I've said this before, it only happens if it drops below, I think, around 6 degrees. And of course, you know, we're two big blokes in the bedroom breathing. Yeah, so you can't really help it unless you have really the new type of double glazing that's got the really big gap. The windows we've got in the bedroom are the old, very old style double glazing. They're sash windows. They're reconditioned sash windows. But they've only got a small gap. So, yeah, they could do with being upgraded, but hey, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I haven't got the money for that. So yeah, it is cool. It is feeling wintry. What do we expect? It's January. But you know what? The house isn't doing too bad. It's around 14, 15 degrees, which is okay. It's doable, especially if you're doing stuff around the house. If you're doing housework, you don't feel it, you know. Yeah, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Nothing else to report. I'm about to have a piece of chocolate. Yeah, not had any so far today. I've been good. Oh no, I tell a lie. I had a chocolate biscuit at lunchtime. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah. So I'm going to have a Lindor now. It's time. Just that late afternoon lift. Oh dear. I don't know. Anyway, I'm saying goodbye now. I'm just waffling. I'll see you tomorrow. Morning, morning. It's Friday morning. It's very cold this morning, very frosty, quite a heavy frost. The rooftops and the cars are all covered in quite a thick layer. And I think the temperature's about -1. Let's have a look. Hold on, let's swing you round. Bear with. Okay, so yeah, -1 outside. And a rather respectable 13.3 degrees inside, and it's just gone 8 o'clock. It's not too bad inside, actually. I mean, I say that in years gone by, if I'd have seen that it was 12 or 13 degrees inside the house, I'd have gone berserk and put the heating on and left it on all day. Whereas now we're kind of, I don't know, I think we're kind of acclimatized to cooler conditions inside because we've had to. Because we can't afford thousands of pounds per year to spend on heating. So yeah, let's have a little look outside the kitchen window. Paul's gone to Lidl, do a little bit of shopping. Oh, there's a plant that's blown over. Hold on. My oleander's blown over. Oh, I'll have to rescue that. I do hope my geraniums survive. Oh, the garden's looking very cold. It's not too laden with frost, although it seems to have got the grass. I mean, I think we need a good freeze for certain things to happen, like, you know, bugs to be killed off and, you know, yeah, basically bugs and certain insects. But that should really happen in a deep freeze, and what survives, survives, you know. If we have a mild winter, it means we get a lot more creatures, I think. Do you know what I mean? In fact, I should actually throw some seed out to the birds. That's what I should do. I'm going to do that now. So I've just thrown a bit of seed out onto the patio and into the border. And I must go out and pick that plant up at some point. Oh, I need to put my other shoes on to do that. I just wanted to get some seed out there. Looks like my geraniums have been got by the frost. Hey ho, my fault. Sometimes they survive. Sometimes they don't. That's my philosophy when it comes to plants in the garden. Get out there, live, die, it's up to you. Yeah. So hopefully the birds will find the seed. Find it. Come on, bitches. It's there if you look. The trouble is, we get quite a lot of cats in the garden, and I think that puts the birds off. Yeah, well, it would put me off if I was a bird. What was I going to say? I can't remember now. Paul's gone to Lidl. That's what I was talking about. Paul's gone to Lidl. He's going to get me some aubergines to make a moussaka for Sunday. So I've got that to do tomorrow. Today we've got to do Sunday chat. Whether we'll go out for a walk. I just, you know, I'm not in a sort of walking, going out mood at the moment. I'm not sure why. I just feel like hunkering down inside and staying warm and cozy, and yeah, that's what I feel like at the moment. I guess that's that winter vibe that's going on. Yeah. So today, what am I doing today? Well, I'm putting this together, or finishing it off. Yeah, pottering. I'll probably do some housework today. Put clothes away, things like that. Dusting, vacuuming, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And just frankly, just enjoying the time at the moment. I am actually just enjoying myself being quiet, doing a little bit of work. And it's funny because this week seems to have really dragged on. Not sure why, but it feels really long. Bizarre. Normally the week seems to go in a flash, but whether it's because I've been doing more sort of head work rather than just pottering around doing housework, I don't know. But it feels as though it feels as though it should be Saturday already, but it's not, it's Friday. I'm waffling now. I'll see you later. Good afternoon, it's Friday afternoon, it's bloody cold, so I've got a fire on. Let me swing you round. Here we are. Just to warm the front room, just a small fire. I will add some wood. Shame it looks so pale because it's beautiful, gorgeous flame-coloured flames. And we're having a herbal tea, courtesy of Courtney and Dave, who bought us a beautiful collection of pucker herbal teas. There's Paul. Say hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
No. So Paul's got Feel New tea, and I've got 3 ginger. It's a lovely little chest of herbal teas by Pucker, which are lovely teas. Oh gosh, that is ginger. So I've had a lazy day in general really today. The sun is going down now. My hair looks like an absolute mess. I'm looking forward to a nice bath tomorrow. Bath and a hair wash. Maybe even a haircut. I cut it the week before last. And I don't know. I'd need to really go short, I think, next time. It seems to just stick out. The shorter I do it, the more it sticks on end. So yeah, the sun has gone down. It's around, I think, 5 o'clock. Something like that, Paul? 4:45. It's still that sort of deep blue colour outside. I don't think I've noticed that it's actually getting lighter yet, but today has been beautiful. Beautiful and sunny all day long, but very cold, and the ground is solid, Paul tells me, at the plot. So not much working of the earth to be able to be done at the moment. And that's it. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day. We didn't film Sunday Chat today, so we need to film Sunday Chat tomorrow. Do that.
Sunday Chat.
Yes, all right, Paul. God, it's my vlog. And also I've got to make the moussaka for Sunday. Yeah, I've done a little bit of housework today, but not much. Lazy day. Hurrah! Hurrah! I feel as though I'm actually having a bit of a break now. It's taken me a while to get into that mode, but yeah. I feel a bit lazy though, and I do feel a bit sedentary. So I need to get to grips with that because I put a little bit of weight on as well, which I can feel because my trousers are tighter than usual. So yeah, hey ho, c'est la vie. Not going to worry about it. I'll get to grips with that in the new year when it properly starts. Yeah. So that's the end of this week's vlogs, and I will see you next week. and I'll see you on Sunday for Sunday chat. So bye for now. Thanks for watching.